What if the biggest threat to your company's productivity isn't another company, but what's happening in your employees' guts? It sounds a little out there, I know. But today, we're going to take digestive health out of the personal wellness bucket and put it exactly where it belongs, right at the core of your business strategy. Seriously, this isn't just about feeling good, it's about getting a real, measurable competitive edge. So let's just jump right in with a question that might make you think differently. Is it possible your biggest productivity leak is lunch? I'm talking about that classic afternoon slump, the brain fog that hits around 2 p.m. We've all been there. But what if that's more than just a personal problem? What if it's an organizational one? And that really gets to the heart of what we're talking about today. We have to completely shift our thinking. This isn't about telling people what to eat. It's about seeing digestive health for what it is, a powerful operational lever that you, as a leader, can actually pull to improve performance. Okay, so how does focusing on gut health actually turn into a competitive advantage? Well, it all starts with understanding this really direct biological link between what's happening in our stomachs and what's happening in our heads. The science here is just fascinating. It's called the gut-brain axis, and you can think of it like a super busy two-way communication highway. When the gut is out of balance, it's basically sending stress signals and static up to the brain, and that directly impacts focus, creativity, and even how your team handles pressure. But a healthy gut, that sends signals that support clear thinking and emotional stability. It's a game changer. So if that's the opportunity, what's the cost of ignoring all this? Well, the impact on your bottom line is probably already there. It's just hidden in plain sight, disguised as what we think of as normal, everyday business problems. Take a look at this number, 70%. That is a massive figure. And believe it or not, it's directly tied to your team's resilience and just their ability to show up and be present. 70% of what, you're probably asking? That's right, about 70% of our entire immune system is located right there in the gut. So here's why that matters for your business. A team struggling with poor gut health isn't just a little less focused, they're literally more likely to get sick. And that means more sick days, lower productivity, and just a general drag on the whole team. And this really breaks it down into 4 key areas where this stuff hits your business. First, energy and focus. When that's inconsistent, you're not just getting less output, you're getting more mistakes. Second, immunity. That translates directly to more short-term sick leave. Third, mood and decisions. This one's huge. Poor gut health can affect emotional stability, leading to bad calls when the pressure is on. And finally, you've got long-term healthcare costs. You're looking at higher medical spending and probably losing good people. These aren't just vague wellness ideas. These are real, measurable drags on your company. Okay, so that's the problem. But the good news is, you don't need a massive multi-million-dollar wellness budget to start fixing it. Let's walk through a really practical blueprint that pretty much any company can start using right away. The whole strategy is built on these 5 pillars. It's a roadmap, really, from just understanding the problem to making healthy habits part of your company's actual DNA. We start with awareness and measurement, because you can't fix what you don't know is broken. Then we move to simple, low-cost nudges in the environment. After that, it's about micro-habits training, giving people small, powerful tools. Then you can offer some personalized support, because we're all different. And finally, you wrap it all up in your company policy and culture to make it stick for the long haul. So what does this actually look like day to day? Well, think about these simple, high-impact changes. Offering warm meal options like soups or stews are way easier to digest, which can slash that post-lunch slump. Adding herbal tea stations with things like ginger or fennel is another easy win. And this one's my favorite. Protecting a device-free lunch hour. That simple rule helps calm the nervous system, which is absolutely critical for good digestion. Now, this is not about sending everyone on some expensive week-long wellness retreat. No way. This is about small, scalable bits of education. Think short, 15-minute virtual modules on mindful eating, or teaching everyone a 60-second reset, a simple breathwork technique they can do between back-to-back meetings. It's these tiny habits that stack up to create huge performance gains over time. Right now, you might be thinking, okay, this sounds great, but where on earth do I even start? And the key is you don't try to boil the ocean. You start small. You begin with a manageable, low-risk pilot program to prove the concept. And here's what that could actually look like. A super simple 8-week plan. For the first 2 weeks, you just get a baseline. Run a simple survey. The next few weeks, you launch a couple of those easy environmental nudges. And in the final weeks, you offer a little personalized support, and this is the most important part, you measure again. That's it. The whole point of this pilot is crystal clear. Gather data. This isn't about fluffy metrics. This is about collecting hard numbers on things like engagement, self-reported energy levels, and sick leave trends. Data that you can walk right into a leadership meeting with and use to make a rock-solid case for a bigger rollout. Which, of course, brings us to the single most important question for any business leader. What is my return on this investment? How do I actually know if this is working? Well, the ROI is really clear when you look at the shift from a before state to an after state. You're moving your entire team from a culture of midday crashes and just reacting to health problems to a culture of sustained energy, fewer random sick days, and proactively supporting performance. That shift has a direct, positive impact on productivity and your bottom line. And you can track it with a few simple KPIs. You don't need some crazy complicated dashboard. Just ask, are people reporting higher energy in the afternoon? Are we seeing fewer short-term sick days logged? And are people actually using the new gut-friendly options we provided? The answers to these questions will give you those clear early wins you need. So what can you do, like right now, today? Here are a few quick wins any HR person or team lead can run with. Start by protecting a device-free lunch for just one team. See how it goes. Add warm soup to the cafeteria menu just twice a week. Run one 15-minute workshop on a simple chew, breathe, walk habit. These are small, tangible steps you can take in the next 30 days to start building some real momentum. So let's end with this thought. When you start to see your team's digestive health as the fuel system for your company's engine, everything changes. It reframes this whole conversation. It's no longer a fluffy wellness indulgence. It's what it really is, a core competitive strategy for building a more resilient, more focused, and way more effective organization.